Hey guys, it's Javier with the real Javier Novoa channel, a platform and a modality where we apply the principles of interiorism to living free. And the principal modality in living free, guys, and it might be counterintuitive to some, is surrender. That's right, surrendering. And surrender is not something that's going to lend itself to easy definition. In fact, I don't have a definition for you. All I can do is say that, or ask you, when you hear the word surrender, what are your feelings? And you have to contemplate. That's part of this work, is actually contemplation. I can't give you all the answers. I even tell my coaching clients that what I do as a coach when I consult with people, and you can, of course, email me and we can coach and consult together. When I consult people, I tell them that it's not me who's going to give you the modalities. I can give you some advice. But what I'm going to do is point you inward. I'm going to teach you how to extract your own path from yourself, because your inner self knows it. And so what I get my clients to do is I have them contemplate. And one of the questions that you can contemplate, and by contemplate, for those of you who don't know, I mean sit alone in silence. It's sort of like a meditative mode, but it's not meditation, because in meditation you're encouraged to let go of all thought. In contemplation, you're encouraged to allow the series of your thoughts to simply flow and just observe them. So you can sit with a question like, what is surrender? And then you can observe what thoughts come up. And so, surrender. Your main tool, guys, in fact, it's an atomic tool, meaning that it packs a bunch of power. It's the most powerful thing you can do. And I've been rereading again The Surrender Experiment. The Surrender Experiment is, of course, a great book that was written only a few years ago by the yoga teacher and billionaire businessman, in fact, founder of WebMD and other companies, Michael Saylor. And basically, the story is, he was a young man, he took to yoga, and he wanted to go find a place in the woods where he could just meditate. All he wanted to do was meditate, because, of course, he got those beautiful feelings of self-realization through contemplation and meditation. So he went and he built himself a cabin in the woods. And, of course, things started to happen. And due to his reading and his meditation, he took a vow. And his vow was, I'm going to just surrender and accept whatever happens. And then, of course, a person built another cabin on his property. He was eventually asked to build houses for others, and this string of events happened until he was the head of a multi-billion-dollar business. But he still lived in the woods. He wanted nothing more than to meditate, but he surrendered to whatever came in life, and his true path was revealed. And of course, we give this to our coaching clients, this book, and we tell them to read it, and we talk to them about surrender when they're a little bit advanced. And of course, the basic contention is, the basic philosophy is, guys, as Abraham Hicks says, your path is unfolding before you. All you need to do is align with what it is that you desire, make it not a desire anymore, make it something that already exists and that's already happening, and then just let go and tell yourself, I'm going to surrender to whatever happens in my life. So things will happen to you, and you'll think, that's off my path. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to take this job because I want to be an entrepreneur. My goal is to go and live somewhere in a rural area, but I've been offered this job in the city. I don't want to take that job. And when you reject something and resist something, that creates resistance, which makes it harder for the universe, so to speak, to deliver your path to you. Of course, you're going to get what you want. You already have it. All you have to do is go there. Go there within. But then when you're on the outer, when you're on that film roll, it's much easier to simply surrender to the film roll, and then you're just carried to what you want effortlessly. In fact, you're experiencing love, surrender, pleasure, ease, all the way to it, and you just float there. So that's surrender, guys. I want you to try this experiment, if not just for a week or a few weeks. And the great spiritual teacher David Icke also talked about this. He said, live for a few days, I believe it was like 30 days, as if you were God just having a physical experience. And what would he do? He would say, well, I'm here having fun, I'm just enjoying, and I'm just going to surrender to whatever happens. Surrender to whatever happens. Just do it for a few days. If someone says, hey, I've got this project and I want you to participate in it, don't think of all the excuses for why you shouldn't participate in it, why it's hard. Actually, just say yes. And a lot of business teachers of late have been talking about just say no and clear your schedule. And that has a certain benefit also. And you have to learn to balance these modalities. But just for a while, I want you to start saying yes when things come into your experience. And it doesn't have to be something that would seem to you like it's on the path to your desire. It is on the path to your desire, but you're not going to know it when you see it. All you need to know is that the universe is wise, of course. It knows exactly what you want, which is you, the true you, the ultimate you. It knows the path to what you want, and it knows the best way to get you there. Abraham Hicks talks about this. Remember when she was, a few years ago, she just had this inclination to rearrange furniture. And then she ended up calling someone to help her rearrange furniture. And it was actually a connection that that person needed to have in the moment. And she felt such pleasure connecting with this young man whom she hired. If she would have said, well, what does furniture have to do with what I want? And just ignored that impulse, this interaction would never happen. So with you, if you have an impulse to go to a coffee shop, if you have an impulse to go to a certain store, go there because the universe knows exactly how to deliver the outcome that you want in the easiest and best path for you. So surrender, guys. I'd recommend actually reading The Surrender Experiment by Michael Saylor. It's something of a Bible, guys, because he talks about his own autobiography, but he talks about it in such a way as you can see the essence of what he did, which is, something happened to me, I accepted it, I surrendered it, and it carried me to my path. And now here I am because of the surrender that I did all throughout my life. So guys, surrender. Take a surrender experiment. Take a few days where you just say, you know what? I'm going to surrender to whatever happens. And that includes, guys, the stuff that you don't like to do. Let's say you're going to a job you don't like. Instead of closing off and feeling angry, you can have all those feelings, but open your heart. Let's say you're at your job and you're feeling bored or you're feeling impatient. I hate this job. Believe me, I've been there. I know what you're feeling. Just open your heart. Say, you know what? Yeah, I hate this job, but I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to be here. And like Michael Saylor says, every moment that passes before me, because you're the eternal present, and moments are simply passing before you, within you, say, I'm going to leave this moment a little better off because it passed my ambit. So do whatever little services you can in that moment. Serve the other person. Have the intention within you, even though it's just your job and you're getting paid for it, have the intention of serving that person, of doing this little task to the best of your ability. And don't get carried away over it and then feel guilty because, I didn't do this to the best of my ability. No, just in that moment say, you know what? I'm going to do the best I can. And the way to doing the best you can, go back to the power of now. Just simply be completely present with whatever is with you. This is much better than quote-unquote meditation. This is a meditation, guys. You're present with whatever is before you. You're not fighting it anymore. You're opening your heart. And I can't tell you how to open your heart. All you need to do is say within you, you know what? I want to open my heart. Open my heart. And you'll feel that. And so whatever it is you're doing throughout the day, open your heart and surrender. Just say, I surrender. I'm going to use this moment for service, and I'm going to allow this moment to leave me better than when it came. And I promise you guys, within a few days, within less than a week, you're going to start feeling that energy come up, guys. And you're going to know that you're on your path, and you're going to start seeing signs of that. So surrender, guys. The surrender experiment. This is my little tidbit for tonight. And so if you guys find value in these videos, please do subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos, guys. And we're putting weekly material up on interiorism. I'm trying to make it very practical. How to practice this, how to live free in your day-to-day life. So this is Javier with the Real Javier Novoa bidding you a very great rest of the week. We're going to be having more interesting videos this week. Until very soon, with much love and appreciation, have a great night.